So the number one area in the house that people congregate is the kitchen. Glad none of y'all said the bathroom. That's great. So that's why a lot of people, so the cool thing about us is that we partner with a company called Cutco. So raise your hand if you're familiar with Cutco. Just raise your hand. Okay, keep your hands up if you've ever purchased Cutco, given out as a gift, or have in your kitchen. Okay, look around, guys. Look at all the sexy, intelligent people raising their hands. I love that. So, so if you're not familiar with us, we're American-made, forever guaranteed, like Snap-on tools. So if it breaks, rust, melts, or dulls for you or your clients, we replace it for free forever. And we're like the Rolex in the kitchen. So what we do is we take our products, we engrave your information in a very classy, subtle way that stays top of mind with your clients, where every time they pick up the piece, when you're not there, they're gonna constantly talk about you and think about you for years and years and years to come. So it gets you multiple impressions and long-term legibility with them as well.
Which also creates a tax advantage for you guys too. I know we all love the IRS, I know. They allow you and I as a business owner to write off a lovely $25 per client per year on gifts. Anything branded like what you've seen on the screen and back there, it's now advertising, so it's 100% tax deductible for you guys.
Yeah, you can clap.
Yeah.
So, and as far as a system in place, what we do is we make everything really easy for y'all. So we get you a full year supply of gifts or a half year based on your business. We can bill you over 6 or multiple months interest-free. Makes it really easy on cash flow. So imagine not flying down your street 10 minutes before closing, freaking out if they like red or white wine or they allergic to peanut brittle. You have the box in the bow, it's ready to go, makes it super easy on you, super easy on your business.
Yeah, guys, and some people just give our gifts by themselves. Some people toss them in a basket. It's really about you and your business and what suits you best, right? And we don't just do, you know, the Cutco. We do other practical quality things too that you'll see back there as well. And then I personally also have a branding business myself where we're like a travel agency. We do anything and everything branded for you guys in your business. So yeah, you name it, we brand it.
All right, awesome. So really quick, everybody pull out your cell phone really quick. We all like free stuff. Pull out your cell phone. Go ahead, scan the QR code. Go ahead and scan that QR for me. This is our first time ever being at this conference, so we're going to do some drawings and giveaways for y'all as well. Fill out all the information. We'll put you in for the drawing. We're also doing some exclusive specials today and tomorrow exclusively for you guys as well. So also, really quick, if you have a flyer in your seat, grab that flyer for me really quick. You may have gotten it at registration. So if you have that flyer and you know you need to get some gifts, go ahead and fill it out. Bring it to our table in the back. We'll help you guys get started with the order. Don't run over there. There are shop objects, okay? Just walk over there. We'll hook you guys up, okay?
Yeah, guys, and check this out. This is extra special today. Only the first 10 of you that get good gift system in place, you're going to get an extra special free Cutco gift today only. When? That's right. Cool, guys. We'll be back there. Thank you so much for engaging with us. It was awesome to see you all participate. You guys have an incredible day today. We'll see you back there. Stay sharp.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Provides the most benefits for productive agents.
Epique Realty offers cutting-edge technology, innovative marketing tools, and collaborative team environment that better supports our clients' needs.
They're providing benefits that I feel like are truly helpful in my business and my personal life.
I brought a bunch of friends, so I had to round up my friends to come up here. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay that we're out of order. We're good with technical difficulties. Can we bring that slide down, please?
Play musical chair.
Yeah, it's all good. On first.
No slides.
I'll be first.
So. Well, I guess we could leave it up. Well, let me just do the intro. Hi, guys. DM with the Teams division. I brought some friends, as you can see. Pretty exciting event. Glad to see everybody, and pretty floored that the Teams division has not even been around for a year yet. We announced, if you remember, back in October that we were opening. So it's been great to meet all the teams here, welcome a lot of the teams and brokerages, and also bring to fruition some of the promises that we made last year that we would start building out some team benefits. And so I've been working with my friends, who are our lovely partners, on some benefits. So I'm going to hand it off to them and let them share what they've built for teams.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the introduction, DM. So my name is Daniel. I work with Canopy Mortgage. And one of the things that we have really kind of started to create and cater towards on the teams side of things is what we call qualified teams. And what this allows you to do as being part of a team, if you meet certain qualifications, and that's 50 buy-side transactions a year or 100 transactions total, regardless of buy or listing side, it allows you to create an opportunity where the profitability on the mortgage side of the business is really taken and reinvested back into your real estate business, whether that's being done through sponsorships of events or marketing materials or lead generation opportunities. It really is somewhat an open book as long as we follow RESPA. That's a big thing because that still exists. And so what this is designed to do is really allow you to invest into your team and grow it and continue to create a much bigger sphere of influence and allow you to go out and continue to succeed with Epique. And so what that looks like is out of the profitability on the mortgage side, it is split 85% of that going back to the team and then 15% going to Epique, which allows us to help sponsor events such as this and keep that free for you guys to attend. One of the big things that has changed since a lot of you know us from when we were over at Clear Mortgage last PowerCon. We've since moved over to Canopy, and allowing us to make that change, or because of that change, it has allowed us to open up and be a little bit more flexible on how much of that profitability is actually earned and invested back into you guys. So previously it was at a per file basis, and now because of this transition, it removes that per file basis and opens it up to be, there isn't really a cap. It's really dependent on how profitable the loan is of itself. So instead of being, let's say, $1,300 or $1,350 a file, it's now, hey, if we're profitable enough, it could be substantially higher than that or potentially lower than that, but it opens up a lot more flexibility and in turn is going to allow us to invest more back into your business. So I think next is going to be Rob and Sam. Oh, that's right. You don't have the slides.
No slides.
So.
Yeah. So in a similar fashion, we actually, if you guys remember watching the live stream, or if you were at shareholders event, we announced Epique Title, and that's part of our RevShare Plus initiative that's getting rolled out. So we're getting closer to getting that introduced. Part of that has been a delay in getting that set up, but we are launching Epique Title. We'll launch in Texas first. So in a very there's Texas. So in a similar fashion that you just heard from Daniel talking about the qualification, we're going to launch with some of our teams first in Texas. So if you're already doing, again, the similar 50 buy-side transactions or about 100 transactions annually, then you can qualify to set up for your own joint venture partnered with Epique Realty in this exact similar fashion where it's an 85-15 split. So even if you already have existing title partnerships, as a reminder, what's really great about this is that the title company that we're going to be working with has actually created other partnerships currently with about 17 others in Texas that are live now. So if you're already used to working with a certain title company in Texas, that relationship continues. You don't have to change and find a different title rep. Nothing there changes at all except for you start getting to participate in some of those revenues alongside the company. So as that gets started, as we start introducing the area leader portion of it, the all agent portion of it, this is all contribute into our RevShare Plus initiative.
Awesome. All right, y'all, let's talk about a new optional add-on for teams. So, bam. Bam.
Come on, Rob, you got it.
Pow. Bam, I'm hitting the...
There we
go, okay. I had to say, wha-pow, that was the thing. So we already know that the Power Academy, the Epique Power Academy, is the most advanced training system in the industry. And the reason that Epique chose that we partnered together on it is to provide the training that you need instantly at your fingertips, whether it's sales training, contract training, agent attraction training, onboarding, luxury certification, all those things that are going to be going in there. It's literally what you need instantly. Why? To create leverage for the leadership. so that they can focus on being leaders using their superpowers for what they do best. We give agents instant access to what they need. Well, teams, who here is on a team or runs a team? Okay, a lot. Teams need that also. I know when I was running a team, we did things very uniquely, and we have a lot of amazing teams here at Epique that do things very uniquely. So we're offering a new optional add-on for team-branded Power Academy. Yeah, give it up. It's awesome. It is your own team-customized learning management system. We have a couple teams that have already engaged on the ground floor. I'd like to showcase one of our most powerful teams here, the Power Players Elite. Give it up for the Power Players. Right, Justin, Mike, Stacy. So they are the first to engage in the team LMS. And so what it is, it's the Power Academy, but the first and foremost thing is it's going to be branded for your team. So we can see it's the Power Players Elite, powered by Epique. You can call it whatever you want. They're calling it the Power Players Elite Playbook. They could have called it Power Players University, Power Players, brokered by Epique, whatever you want to call it. But we are going to brand it and customize it for your team. Now, obviously, you wouldn't engage with something like this just for the looks. You're going to do it for the leverage it creates for you, for the team leaders and for the team members. So some of the biggest benefits are custom team onboarding. So the biggest benefit of you engaging with your own customized team LMS is just like we do for Epique. You can actually create and import, and we will house your own specific team content. Yeah, right? You know how much of a game changer that is. Now, you will still have access to everything in the Power Academy. You're not sacrificing anything. You still have all of my Earth to Orbit sales training, Epique onboarding, area leader training, agent attraction training, contract training. So literally everything in the Power Academy, you get that, but then you can also submit your own training, right? Like team onboarding. How many teams here kind of have your own processes, right? Things that you want your agents to do. Imagine that the day an agent joins your team, you email my team, we hit one button, now they log into the Power Academy and it says, hey, welcome to Power Players Elite. Here's our onboarding course. By the way, you can't access anything else until you complete the onboarding course, just like we do for Epique. We can create custom learning paths for you. So if you have take these courses to launch on our team within the next 10 days, we can have that plugged in, ready to go. The benefit is it will save you hours and hours and hours of time. There's nothing wrong with manually onboarding an agent, but there is something wrong with it if you can do it, evergreen and use your time as a team leader to go do your team leader thing, focus on growth, and still give your agents the most incredible quality content and education. So we can streamline that for you. Hours of time. Beautifully designed LMS. Now, we completely do it all for you. We hold the keys. All you do is submit your content to us. We're going to design it. We're going to implement it. We're going to make it look beautiful for you. And we have full-time support during working hours. Custom file vault. So if you have your own team documents, team checklists, team resources, PDFs, resources, spreadsheets, we can upload them for you and only your team will see it in their location. So like this team won't see this team stuff. Only people that log into your LMS will see it. You can assign training. Imagine being a team leader and you have an agent that says, I'm really having trouble with open houses or contracts or objection handlers. Log in, assign the training to them. They're going to get an email that says your team leader just assigned training to you. You can see in real time their progress. They can get an email 3 days before it's due saying, don't forget this training is due. It all happens automatically for you. So we are empowering you to create your own customized LMS that gives your team not just everything in the Power Academy, but anything that you want to create for them to, number one, allow them to be more successful instantly because you're a busy team leader with things to do, and that you can create your own leverage to go scale your team, go grow. Maybe you're still in production and you want to create some more leverage. We do it all for you. If you're interested in this benefit, just come talk to me or shoot me an email at powercoachrob@epiquerealty.com. We will be sending out a mass email to all team leaders, letting you know about this. We have some awesome discount pricing going on right now to get it in there. And thank you to Epique for getting behind this vision because it's going to take our teams to another level. It's going to be awesome. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the system that you guys use to manage your business. And how did you do that? Was a kapow?
Pow! There you go. Yeah.
Wow, it worked. My name is Brandon Brigada. I'm here on behalf of Lofty. And I want to talk about how we can now manage your business after everything they've talked about in terms of getting your teams built out and onboarding them. What are you going to do once you have those team members performing inside of your team? You want to be able to manage them, right? Who wants to know if their team members are following up with leads, right? I'm sure I'll see a lot of hands with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll out a bundle that allows you to take advantage of our team add-on, which gives you a team website, a team standard website, which you could capture leads on that website and route those to your team members. We're also going to give you the ability to implement our sales AI assistant on that team site, someone to nurture those leads, get them prepared, and make sure that we're getting you in front of the right people at the right time. And additionally, we're also going to include an office virtual phone number. So this allows you to brand your team with its own phone number, market that out there. When someone calls in, you can get those calls routed to your team members. This is all great. This is only going to cost you $299 a month to add that. Hold on. Wait a second. I think this is a newly added benefit that Epic's including. Whoa. One of those 92. Right. Waiting to do that. Sounds good. I knew I was going to get some applause with that one. So if you're interested in taking advantage of this, I know I saw a lot of people raise their hands when Rob asked about those team leaders out there. You're just going to email teams@epiquerealty.com and we'll get you started. So we got a booth back there. Shameless plug. Come see us. Thanks.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Hello. All right. Oh, we're coming. We're running late. I had to pull him from the bar. No big deal. Awesome. All right. So we're here to talk about some new technology, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself and go for it.
My name is Rick Hennessy. I am the CEO of a company called HouseAmp, and we are powering Epic's new program called Elevate.
Whenever I first met the team at HouseAmp, I was really, really impressed because it takes a lot to impress me for technology. Because to me, anybody can make something complicated. Anybody can make something, just really diluted or convoluted. And I was really impressed about how simple HouseAmp was. And when I look at a benefit, and I get pitch benefits all day long so you guys have no idea. I'm swatting them away like flies. Like we get pitch stuff for agents all the time. But to me, it actually has to provide a real benefit to our agents and to their clients. It has to make everybody's life a little easier and help them do their job better and make more money. And that is exactly what we found with HouseAmp.
Well, thank you very much. And I'll talk a little bit about it if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get started, first of all, I have to say we're thrilled and grateful to be part of the Epic family. I've had a chance to talk to people, and there's just so many awesome human beings, and I love human beings, so that's good. And when you talk to Josh, you realize, hey, there's this really good human being trying to grow something special. And now I see it here. So congratulations to everybody, because really great. Can I do something real quick?
Sure.
So, it's all about growing. Our job is to help you grow, and we get to grow together. Obviously, social media is important.
Yeah.
Can I just, I kept saying these people are awesome, and our awesome people back there on our booth at HouseAmp, that is Elevate, are, they're not awesome. They're epic. So I just want to hear an I'm epic. I'm going to go to 3, so I have something to post. Is that okay?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ready? On 3, I want to hear I'm epic. 1, 2, 3.
I'm epic.
Awesome. Oh, wait. Sorry. I took a picture, not a video. We're going to do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm epic. Awesome. Okay. Now I'll tell you what HouseAmp does. So Elevate is your new program. And what it essentially does is it allows you in a very simplified way to go to your homeowner and enable them to get capital to make improvements, do staging, do painting. We've seen people use it for moving into retirement homes and not have to pay until the house sells. It's super simple. It adds incredible tangible value. It helps them present a move-in ready home, which sells faster. And you probably all know the benefits better than I do. It's a really, really great program. What we're seeing also is agents use some of the tools as part of the program. We have something called Equity Estimator. And what Equity Estimator does is it allows you to look at a home, type the address in, and understand how much equity is in the home and how much the person might be able to get in order to make those improvements before selling. So if you have a listing that maybe is going a little bit longer, like we see that a lot of times, something that's been on the market for 60 days, they'll come in, they'll get a quick, it takes 90 seconds, and they get capital, and maybe they put $25,000 into paint or something. We go up to $250,000.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really great program, and they can use it to also prospect. So you could type in information, you can understand how much is equities in the home, and maybe go to that person and say, hey, listen, we have a program, we can help you fix up paint, this and that. You don't have to do anything until the house sells, or pay it back till the house sells, and you get a move-in ready home.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, thank you. So super simple, super easy. There's a link over there at our booth, and if you scan it and sign up, it doesn't cost anything. We're gonna pick one person, one of you epic people, we're gonna give you $1,000.
Nice. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I don't know why Josh won last year. It's kind of weird, right?
I know.
Yeah.
It's like I win every year. It's
Yeah.
weird. This is, and he kind of just mentioned it, this is one of our free benefits. This is something that you guys would normally pay to have access to this kind of data. This data is amazing, and you can use it for, like you said, prospecting. Your clients can use this, kind of keep track of what's going on with their home. It's just an all-in-one tool that's going to help you and help your clients get more money from their home, help you sell homes faster. It really is absolutely amazing. So I'm excited for you guys to learn more about it as we roll it out.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey, one of the craziest things, and this is last, is that we also see when people use programs like Elevate, that their homeowners they'll tell people, hey, wow, I just got capital. I don't have to pay it till the house sells. And they're getting more referrals as well. It's an offshoot we never realized we would get. So
absolutely. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you for having us here.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
You're the best, man. Thank you. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate you.
I need a mic. Hello. Here I am. I might not need a mic, but I have one. So, hi everyone. I'm Dawn Loading. I am with Epique Realty. I have been here since almost the very beginning, and I just want to say when I saw this company, I knew I had to be on board because I knew it was something different. I knew it was going to be big, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. And one of the things that I've noticed today is all the stuff talking about the coaching, right? Y'all, I've had a coach in my business since 2012. I've spent thousands of dollars on coaches because if you've seen any of my information, it's about the journey from living a life of scarcity to living a life of abundance. And we can't do that when we don't know where we're going. So I love the coaching platform. However, not everyone these days can afford a coach. And so we are going to bring to you now Epique Essentials. It's a daily training for our agents at Epique Realty, led by some of our amazing leaders. And it is, yeah, it's going to consist of some of our power coaches. It's going to consist of our leaders, area leaders, all kinds of things. Every day at 2 o'clock Central on epiqueessentials.io. I'm waiting for somebody to turn my slides. So I'm gonna just give you a little overview of what this looks like. So we have Marketing Mondays, which is all about marketing yourself. This is about teamwork too, y'all. This is not me putting this together. This amazing team of leaders here, look at this. Like, look at these people. Like, this is so amazing. These leaders come to the table with a servant heart and are ready to just help people. So this is all going to be free to you guys. And you're going to get to know these coaches so that when you're ready to hire a coach, you're going to know what you need. But we got you covered until then. And so that's Marketing Mondays. This team is led by Alyssa Stalker, Renee Johnson, and Rachel Dyson. So this is our team at the end. So Tech Tuesdays is all about system focus. You know, we're at a technology-based company and we need technology. So our tech team consists of Walt Key, Kelly Wheeler, Sylvia Dana, Axie, Hooray. I don't know how to. All right. And then we have Win It Wednesdays, lead generation focus. This is with our team, Ashley Kimball, James Fuller, and Matt Graham. Woo! And then we have Touch Point Thursdays. We're going to elevate the client experience. We're going to teach you how to use the systems that we have at Epique for free to implement into your own business so that you don't go, oh, we have 90 benefits and I don't know how to use them. We're going to teach you how to use all of this stuff. These are the agents who are using our systems for their business and finding success. So that's Thursdays. And I love Friday. Friday, we all need more of this. We need financial freedom. This is what this is all about. This is so that we can all have a retirement plan, right? So financial freedom is led by Lee. Oh, did I miss Amy? I'm sorry, Amy Garland. I did? Oh, I didn't even announce them. Shauna Murray, Angie Davis, and Amy Garland are the ones that lead our Thursdays. Thank you. All right, and then financial freedom, where we're going to teach you how to build wealth and financial success, is Robbie Johnson, who's, as we all know, at home with her first grandbaby today. I don't know if they're born yet or not. Yay! Awesome. And Lee Garland, our very own Lee Garland here. So that's Financial Freedom Friday, and here's the schedule. And here's a QR code that will lead you to the group in the cloud where you could join us and make sure you're up to date on everything. Also, we are going to have, it's going to be on the calendar. So starts July 1st. So July 1st at 2 o'clock, we want to see you in the cloud and we want to get to know you. It's also going to be a place where if you have questions, we're going to point you in the right direction because you have a room full of leaders. So that is Epique Essentials. Awesome. And that's it. Thank you.
Imagine more moments for what truly matters. A new dawn of opportunities awaits. Stay focused on what moves you and run towards the future full of possibilities. Get ready, something epic is on the horizon. Let's see if this thing's on. Hey guys. It feels like I love you too. All right guys, this is a big moment. I know I laid it out for you earlier about the states, and I just want to recap on that. We talked about car washes. You know that we love our benefits here. We love what we're doing. We love how it brings you value. So today, Some of you will see maybe a little similar presentation to before, but there's big wins at the end of it. So let's get started. Roadside assistance. So I know it's taken a little while. There's a lot of intricate details that come when you're negotiating. I'm negotiating, Josh and Janice and the team, Excel and Brandy and Dallas and Melissa, we're all negotiating to a point, right? So we have to get people, we have to bring, there's a certain price that companies want us to pay, and we come in and we say, no, we're not going to do that. We have people that, but we're going to be paying for it. So we know that what roadside assistance will cover will be auto, vans, pickups, SUVs. And if my presentation will ever work, there we go. And who it'll cover. It'll cover you, the agent, your spouse, your dependent children. Those are important things, right? We don't want you to feel like your office is your car, right? We're all in our office. We're all agents here. And the worst thing that could possibly happen is that you get a flat tire. Or you could be me and just like hit things randomly, and like I did a couple of months ago. God, I go on for it. Josh likes it every time we pass by a rock, he goes, oh, watch out for that boulder. My insurance should be watching out for that boulder. So it's going to include unlimited miles, vehicle lockout service, battery service and jump starts, and of course the flat service change. That is essential. It is the bare minimum that we could absolutely give you and make sure that you're taken care of. It'll also include emergency fuel and fluids, which is huge. Anything else? Of course. You'll get AAA AMCO discounts, hotel discounts, rental car discounts. It's also available in the US, Mexico, Canada, Puerto Rico, and the US Virgin Islands. And it costs you nothing. That's important to us. We want to make sure that when we're negotiating, we're bringing things down so that we can offer it to you for $0. We don't want you to pay for anything. We seriously don't want you to pay for anything. That's why. But here's the thing. It's available today. And I want to thank Samantha and Jesse, because I know we've been breathing down their backs. So if you guys are out here, thank you for being a part of this and making this available. So you'll go on right into Epic Cloud and you'll be able to do it today and request it. Let's talk Urban Sitter. This one is really, really important. I think it's one of our, it's my personal favorite, but I also believe that it's one of our most important benefits, because most of you have children or someone that you care for, and real life happens. For me personally, it's my pets. You guys know this about me. That's all I care about is Mr. Pickle and Louie. That's it. Everything's about them, what hotel, where we travel. If I can't bring them, I'm not going. And when people come over to our house, the mat says, all pets are welcome. Humans, we don't know. We don't know how we feel about them. So what is Urban Sitter? It's going to be child, senior, and pet caregiving services. What's included? You'll get your Urban Sitter membership, a Kinside access, and a $250 annual care credit, which is huge. That is unbelievably huge, because you won't often use it as much as maybe you think you will. But when the time is right and you do use it, it'll be there for you. The available services are backup and ongoing child care, daycare and preschool, pet care, and senior care. But don't forget about virtual tutoring. That is a game changer. Also, $0. And it's available today. There you go. There's the QR code. You'll scan this. Make sure that you're using your Epique Realty email. So if that's an epicrealty.com or epic.me email, that is the only way that the enrollment's going to get set up properly. So I'll leave that up there for a few seconds before I move on, because I know we're running a few minutes behind. But thank you, guys. Thank you for everything, and thank you for allowing us to bring you the best benefits.
Michael Pellegrino is a powerhouse of purpose, passion, and resilience. With a distinguished 25-year career in law enforcement, Michael has spent his life on the front lines, not just protecting communities, but learning what it truly takes to lead through adversity. When he retired from the badge, he didn't stop serving. He stepped into an even bigger mission. Michael is the founder of Resilient Minds on the Front Lines, a nationally recognized nonprofit helping first responders, corporate teams, and professionals across industries build mental wellness, emotional strength, and the kind of mindset that creates real, lasting success. He's also an author, real estate investor, licensed agent, and business owner. Michael and his wife Dee have launched multiple companies from the ground up with no investors and no shortcuts. Michael knows firsthand the pressures, the burnout, and the mindset challenges that come with building a business. And today, he's here to share the tools that helped him turn crisis into opportunity. He's a man who shows up with heart. Get ready to shift your perspective, fuel your purpose, and walk away with tools to take both your personal and professional life to the next level. Please give a warm welcome to Michael Pellegrino.
Hello, Epic. How we all doing today? Everybody doing okay? All right, I hear Oklahoma over here. They're in the house. Fantastic. So I just want to start off with two questions. I want to ask you two questions. How many people have heard the term or heard the phrase, "it is what it is"? Yeah. I want to shift that perspective today. I want you to shift that perspective and change that thought process from "it is what it is" to "it is what I make it." I could make it garbage all day long, or I can make it something good all day long. So the thought process here is to make sure that we shift that mindset and think about making sure that we take care of not only ourselves, but one another. The second question I want to ask you in here is, how many people are burned out? How many people are burned out? I want to ask this question. Is it burnout or is it arson? I want to challenge you with those two questions. So how many people have seen this logo before? Anybody see anything in this logo before? There it is. Once you see something, you can never unsee it. And these are the things that we're going to talk about today, because trauma, no matter what profession, is not categorized as a competition. We have all experienced whatever that is in our lives. So for me, I like to do a little brain buster. If A through Z equals 1 through 26, then knowledge will give you 96%. Hard work will give you 98%. Both are important, but short of the 100%. Anybody give me a word in their daily life that will equal 100%? Attitude. Attitude is so important. And that really is the culture here at Epique. And I'm so proud to be a part of it. Not only as a realtor, but as a team member, family member, and a part of something that is very disruptive. So for me, I want to thank the leadership. Jay, Sam, Chris, Josh, Janice, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. I want to take you on a little journey. I want to talk about finances, health, divorce, and all these things. Life is coming to a theater near you, if it's not at your doorstep already. So it's important to make sure in carrying these bags, you have the tools, what we like to call pre-boom, pre-event. Because going through the event in your life is not the time to change your belief system. It's important to have those skills, whatever those tools are, so that you can put these bags down and not forget about them, but roll them. It's a lot easier to do this than it is to carry those bags. How many times in life are we carrying those bags? It's important to make sure that we take care of number one, and that's ourselves, because we cannot pour from an empty vessel. So understanding right here that real estate agents have a 1.3%, 1.38% higher than the normal person suicide rate. Now, I don't want to talk about all the bad stuff here, but obviously we have to talk about real life. For me, my partner and my good friend on the job committed suicide in our police car. He was suffering in silence, and nobody recognized that. It's important to understand that these tools, and we're going to talk about just a few of them, because I want to take the time and really dive deep into some of what we call those things in life to protect ourselves pre-event. The ability to disconnect. Think about real estate and think about all the times in 365 days a year. And if you're not selling real estate, you're not making money. And if you're not making money, that's hard to support your families. So having these concepts, being where your feet are, having that financial freedom, and thinking about this. When's the last time you attended a retirement party for a real estate agent? It doesn't happen. Why doesn't it happen? We need to set ourselves up for the future. And understand, and Dr. Martin Seligman, he said you need 5 things to have a well-adjusted, well-being life. He talked about positive emotion. He talked about engagement. He talked about relationships, having those relationships in our lives, meaning, what do we want to accomplish? Into accomplishments. And I like to say winning and losing is not part of the equation here. It's about living and learning and understanding what resilience is and how we can withstand, recover, and grow. These things are all important in resiliency. And we talk about pre-boom, pre-event in life, and taking this and understanding, recover, grow. But the most important part of it is to keep moving forward. Having that ability to keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. No other way. So this looks like an opportunity right here. If I had to describe resiliency in one slide, this would probably be it. And I want to take the event in life, whatever that is. If there's 3 things going good in your life, you're probably going to be okay. What are those 3 things? First is probably your health. Second, your relationships. And third is your finances. If one of those 3 things go awry, what's going to happen? Where's it going to go? So what resiliency is everything left to that event. So that when you do go through the event in life, you're going through the adverse portion of it and not the traumatic portion of it. And when you get to the other side, you're in that growth side of things. You're thinking about growing and not going down that stressful red line. But even if we do go down that stressful red line, can we come off of it? Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's where we can have those limited facilitated interventions. We may drop down to what we call rock bottom. But can we come off of that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you yes. That's what life's all about. The harder you get hit, the harder you get up. The faster you stand up. It's important to keep going and keep moving forward. And that's what this slide is all about right there. Now I'm going to go through a couple of these slides real quick because I know my time is limited. And I really want to do a deep dive into a lot of this stuff with you, but I want to go into The Body Keeps the Score here. Anybody ever read this book? Great book. Bessel van der Kolk. And the body, in this book, I want to just highlight, trauma comes back as a reaction, not a memory. Think about that. I am my father's son. Whatever that equals. The good, bad, the ugly, whatever that is. The body does keep the score. And understanding what we can do and how we can live in this green zone. We're constantly in that emotional roller coaster. We have to get all this stuff done. We have to get the contracts done. We have to get the, you're constantly calling people back. You're trying to get the bid in. You got 3 other bids you're trying to do. And then all of a sudden, you're in that lull. And then you got to come back up it. And then, after doing that all day long, for 10, 12, 15 hours a day, you have to be mom, dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, and live in that green zone and play Barbies and have a catch and do all the things a parent or a loved one has to do with their children. So being able to live in the green zone, understanding the window of tolerance, and being able to live in the moment. And that's important right there. But this right here changed the game in my life. I was down that downward spiral. I understood what it was to be in that dark hole. But I knew that I didn't want to live that way. I knew that not having money, starting businesses, and doing all that stuff, the reason why I feel significant and a little bit successful today is because I failed over and over again. And that's what Michael Jordan said. He failed over and over and over again. That's why he succeeded. Given the opportunity to take them winning shots and failing over and over again. Gratitude. What I want you to do right now is I want everybody to take out their cell phones. I want you to send a text message to somebody that you're thinking about right now and just tell them how grateful you are for them. And what I want you to do is raise your hand when you get a text message back and read that text message to me or to the group here. So just take out that text message, just send somebody a gratitude note and know where that's going to go. Now, doing this, I know for me, I do my 3 gratitudes every morning. And not only, and I listened to Rob earlier, and Rob said it, it's repetition. It's not just doing it one day and thinking, everything's going to be okay. No, it's doing it over and over and over again. That's how you want to do it. You want to burn that new neural pathway in your brain. You want to be able to not only burn that new neural pathway in your brain, but be able to live in your prefrontal cortex, in the front of your brain, where all your logic is. So many times we live in the back part of our brain, in our emotional state. So being able to do that and living in a life of gratitude, because science tells us when we're happy, we can't be sad. When we're depressed, we have to be able to change that. And that's the interruption of the neural pathway in the brain to be able to get into that prefrontal cortex. So, is somebody got their hand up right there? Did anybody get a text message back? Yes, go ahead. You got 4 back? Just give me one. You're grateful? Oh, fantastic. I'm grateful. Cancer. Give a round of applause. Grateful for cancer-free. I want to hear the text message that says, are you day drinking? What's going on at that conference? Because that tells me, or that tells us, that we don't do it enough. When we show gratitude, and when we give those random acts of kindness, and we do that stuff, it's not for anybody else, it's for us. Being able to give. And that's what I love about this company so much, the giving portion of it. And that's really, really the key. So understanding how and going through accomplishing goals and going through the clock and the compass. There's so many different things. But one of the things that I want to talk real quickly about is the cumulative effect of trauma. Now, this is a great illustration. We have a past trauma in our lives. And then we get some bad news. We get a pandemic. We got a couple of deals that fell through. And then all of a sudden, we got all these bags that we're carrying, all these rocks. And then what happens? We get cut off on the road and we go ballistic. Now, it wasn't all those big things that were happening. It was that one little thing that sent us over the edge. Being able to understand the secret sauce, the formula right here. This is our Resilient Minds on the Front Lines formula, the ABC plus D&E. And I'm going to give you a great example right here. Stories. My wife and I were watching our 7-year-old nephew. And my niece, who's 18 years old and the world revolved around her, came home and ran right upstairs. Didn't say anything to us. So for me, that was an activating event. Like, why couldn't she even just say hello? My belief was, is she drunk? Is she high? What's going on? Why did she just run upstairs and just totally ignore us? Understanding the consequences here. Now, there's two sets of consequences. I can handle this and go up and bang on that door and say, what is going on? Or knock on that door and just say, Gianna, what's going on? What's happening? I chose that one. Now, she was bawling, crying. So what's going on? She said, had her boyfriend just broke up with her. Now, if I had taken it the other way, do you think I would have the relationship that I have with her today? Absolutely not. And that's understanding how hitting that stop sign, disputing that belief before you go into the final effect. And the effect is now the relationship could be gone. But understanding how we can control our mind, get into our prefrontal cortex, where all our logic is, and understand that maybe she was just having a bad day. Or maybe that deal didn't go through the way we wanted to go through. Or they just wanted out of it. So being able to dispute those beliefs. And right here, Viktor Frankl, who was in a concentration camp, wrote the book, Man's Search for Meaning. And in that book, there was a line that really stands out. He said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our response lies that growth and freedom. He did not say between stimulus and reaction. He said between stimulus and response, there is that space. And being able to think about that and having that pause button, having that stop sign in our lives so that we don't go from 0 to 60. Because we want to have a belief system that takes us there. Because that's the easiest way to go. Just like getting called into the boss's office. You get called into the boss's office, you're like, oh my God, what did I do? Not what did I do good. Understanding strengths here. Leaders who emphasize strengths increase performance by 36%. Give you an example. I could remember my last performance evaluation. It went something like this. You did this good, but, and finished with 2 good things. Everything after that but stinks. That's the truth. Being able to change the wording there. You could be able, and when you're dealing with clients, this is such an important way to understand. Being able to eliminate certain words. Word but to now. Now let's do it this way. If this ever happens in the future, let's see if we can go this way, but let's do it together. Let's do this together. Emphasizing strengths. Emphasizing weaknesses will decrease a team's performance by 27%. So leaders who emphasize strengths and not weaknesses will have a 63% better person, better human. And this is not me, it's sourced. This is not Michael Pellegrino Unplugged, it's just not. This is all stuff that we talk about in the course. Board of directors. We talk about board of directors. Now, board of directors in my life, my personal board of directors, my professional board of directors, the people that I can go to in a time of need, that are going to give me a 360-degree view of my blind spots. We all have blind spots. We just don't recognize them. Being able to recognize the blind spots right there. And I even have people on there that are negative because I know I want them on my board because they tell me everything that I'm not supposed to be in life. Having those people in our lives. One of the things that John Maxwell, this is my mentor right here. Rob talked about mentorship. I have 3 coaches. I have a speaking coach, I have a writing coach, and John is the one who really taught me to really dig into my why. And he said, when you find your why, you find your way. And I will say, once you know your why, it doesn't matter how. It really doesn't. These are the things in life. Book, I get nothing for them. But this is a great book, The Why Cafe, understanding what your why is in your life. And this is I always like to finish with a happy thing. This is a conversation between my wife and I.
It's just, there's all this pressure, you know? And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless. And I don't know if it's going to stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It is not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there...
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing...
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
No, see, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail
See, you're
out.
not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just, sometimes it's like, there's this achy, I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. And all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them.
That sounds really hard.
Yes. Thank you. Ow!
Come on. If you would just...
Don't.
Try to see things my way. Do I have to keep...
I know I have to finish, but you know what? Here are just some life hacks. If people want to take a picture of these next few slides, I don't want to hold anybody up, but I'll be more than glad to talk to anybody off the stage or anything like that. So couple pictures right here, some life hacks that you could use in your life right here. One for me is the journaling. Journaling has changed my life. I love that one. 7 questions to ask your kids and family. These are discussions that you might want to have with your kids and family there. Also, 9 questions to ask your partner. Life-changing. That's who we are, that's what we do. This is who we are, Resilient Minds. There. I am an author. If anybody wants to buy my no nonsense book right here, be more than glad. And that's who I am. Thank you so much, each and every one of you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bobby with Home Warranty of America.
And I'm Molly. And we are thrilled to be here. This is our third Epic meeting and our first PowerCon.
Yeah, we are stoked to be here. And I think we can all agree that buying a home is one of the biggest investments that our clients are going to make, we're going to make in our entire lifetime. And when we think about protecting that home, oftentimes we think about homeowners insurance, but those are for the bigger disasters. But what about the stuff inside the home and protecting that? Things like electrical, plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and even cell phones.
And that's where home warranty comes in. You all spend an incredible amount of time and care selling and finding the home, right? That's what you do. And so that care continues with the home. When your buyers move in, that home is full of costs. To replace an air conditioning unit can cost up to $11,000. Plumbing is our second most called in claim. That can cost up to $5,000 out of pocket for your clients. Heating systems, up to $8,000 out of pocket. Electrical appliances, it's a lot of money. So add the warranty conversation to your portfolio. Take the 60 seconds and have that value add conversation.
And we're not just there through the listing period of the home. We're going to be there for the entire 13 months. We're going to stick around. We're going to take some things off of your plate and provide the support for your client to make you look good. So we'll be there in the winter when the heater goes out, and in the summer when the pool's not working and you're having a big party. We're going to show up and just take the stress off of you, and we're going to help your client out.
Yeah, and while your clients are settling into their homes, HWA, we're behind the scenes. So every day we're in the claims and we're helping your clients save time, stress, but most of all, a ton of money.
So that's all we have, and we're so excited to be here. We're over at the Orange booth. We'd love to talk to you and find out how we can support you better and support your clients.
And any team leaders that are in the house, please come by. We'd love to have a co-marketing conversation with you.
And we have one more thing to share. We just found out, and you guys are the first brokerage to hear this, and we are so excited to share that
the U.S. News and World Report just named Home Warranty of America as the #1 home warranty company in the United States of America.
So we're super stoked. So give us a try. And I know you have your people that you're loyal to, but throw us one and see how we do. I think you're going to love us. So thanks for having us.
Have a great PowerCon.
Come see us.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, guys. Y'all having a good PowerCon? So many awesome things presented here today. The teams thing, I hope if you're a team leader, you're really listening close, because those are some huge benefits, actually. And Chris's announcement, by the way, I found out about the 50 states thing 48 hours ago, just so you know. So that was huge news. Chris is really good at keeping secrets. Me, not so much. This is why I don't drink around a bunch of people, because I'll tell you everything. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something I think that you guys have heard a lot about, and that is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not just a chat bot, if that's what you think it is. If you're just now getting into ChatGPT, you're actually a little late. About 2 years late. That may be a shock to some of you guys who are hearing about it for the first time this year, but you're about 2 years late if all the AI you know is ChatGPT or Claude. That is not where AI is going. AI is a blue ocean technology. Blue ocean technology means that it is going to be in everything. There is no limit to what AI will be in and how we will use it. The very first blue ocean technology was electricity. It became in everything. It started off with just a few homes that had electricity. It was just powering light bulbs. That was it, so you could see. And now electricity is in everything. It's in your toothbrush. I'm at this hotel and it's in the toilet. I walked up and the seat opened. I was like, oh, whoa, okay, this is fancy. But now it's in everything. You almost expect it, right? If you walk into a dark room, you immediately reach in for that part of the wall where you know the light switch is going to be, right? You expect it. We have electric everything now. Toilets, toothbrushes, cars. It's in signage. It's in everything, right? And it was the first blue ocean technology where we can just put it in anything and do anything with it. And everything can be amplified by adding electricity to it, right? Signs now glow, right? Everything is just amplified by electricity. That was really the first big blue ocean technology. The next one was the internet. This is the computer we give all employees at Epic. This exact computer. No, the next was the internet. Do you guys remember getting on the internet? Do you remember that being a thing to say? Oh, I'm gonna go look it up on the internet tomorrow. I'm gonna get on the internet. I don't really hear that as much anymore. But now we expect it, right? When you got to your hotel, you probably looked for the Wi-Fi, right? And you just knew it would be there. Nobody had to tell you because you just expect it. And now you have Wi-Fi in everything. You have Wi-Fi in just random stuff, in your dishwasher. Your washing machine and dryer might tell you when it's done. You know, so it's now in everything. And there's just, imagine doing your business without the internet now. That's just crazy. But it wasn't always this way, by the way. When the internet came out, it was seen as a fad. And some of you guys, I remember when it was a fad. And there were a lot of articles about it. This one's from the Statesman. I actually am going to read this quote from this article. It says, visionaries see a future of telecommuting workers, interactive libraries, and multimedia classrooms. They speak of electronic town meetings and virtual communication. Commerce and business will shift from offices and malls to networks and modems. This was mocking that. I don't think that I named a single thing on there that we don't use almost every day. And that wasn't the only one. There are plenty of these articles. Internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. This may look like an old picture. This was December 5th of 2000. In 2000, people were still calling it a passing fad. Maybe it is. And then there came, with the internet, came social media. This is me. No. I remember when social media was a fad. Do you guys remember when social media was a fad? I remember before MySpace was like LiveJournal and Friendster and whatever. But then I remember when it went to Facebook, it was like, oh, it's just a fad. The average person has 6.8 accounts on social media, 6.8 different social media accounts. It makes up 80% of all internet traffic, and the average person spends over 2 hours a day on social media. 2 hours, right? Definitely not a fad. It's not a blue ocean technology, but it's definitely something that permeated our culture for sure. So these things that are fads that are brought out by visionaries end up being stuff that we end up using every day. And now we're dancing on TikTok to get leads, which is awesome. I love seeing that. But social media is huge. Goldman Sachs estimated that it will be a $480 billion industry by 2027. That's 2 years away, in case you didn't know what year it was. And think about how many of these, like, young Gen Alpha, millennial people, you see they're millionaires now from just a TikTok account, right? And I want you to think about, though, your business. When you get a listing, where's the first place you put it? The MLS. After your required MLS posting. Social media, right? You're putting it on Facebook, you're putting it on Instagram, you're putting it wherever you think there's going to be the most views, usually where you have the most followers, right? So you're putting it on your preferred social media platform of choice, and so it has just become a part of our daily lives. Now, when the internet change happened, about 70% of agents survived the internet change. 30% did not. They clung to these. And I just want to say, no, this is not Compass's new listing book they're coming out with. This is the original one. But they clung to these, right? They said the internet was a fad. Nobody's getting on it. And they used the scapegoat of the news promoting these, .com busts and the booms and the bubbles, right? That was permeating the news at the time that, oh, the .com bust, the .com boom, it's just all a fad and it's going to go away. And they use that as their excuse to quit real estate, to leave it, right? So how did the 70% survive? Because it could have been much worse, right? We could have lost half the agents. How did they survive? They didn't know how to build a website. Raise your hand if you know how to build an IDX website on your own. No one in this room. How did you? One person. There we go. One person. Put your hand down, Jesse. You're not a realtor. So how did the 70% survive? Well, the 30%, they were skeptical. At least that's what they would say, is that they were skeptical. But really, is that they were scared. They didn't understand it. The whole world was being disrupted. They longed for the simpler times. They were maybe doing okay. They had fear, and they were comfortable. Fear and comfort are the enemies of progress, right? And so they had fear, they were comfortable, and they just wanted it to be simpler, and they didn't know why this was happening to them. Not for them, to them. So they saw it. So the question is how did agents survive? Because they don't know how to build a website. We still don't know how to build a website. But there were companies that came out that helped them. Companies like Zip Realty, probably don't know about them, but they were the first online cloud brokerage in 1999. They were acquired by Realogy and just their technology implemented into Realogy's tech stack. But then there was companies like Remax. Remax launched not IDX websites, but agent profile websites. So you could go learn about your agent. Agents had a website that could share with people and like, oh, come learn about me, like little profile websites. That was in 2000, by the way, 2000. Era was one of the first companies to put homes online in 1995. But you didn't need, because of companies like this, you didn't need to learn how to build an IDX website, right? You just had to associate yourself with the right people in order to get it. So there are 3 ways to survive big tech changes. 3 ways. One of them is you can marry a nerd, like Chris did. He's so lucky. You can marry a nerd. That definitely helps. When you're at home, you're like, I don't know how to do this. Somebody can help you do it. They're right there. You have a live-in IT person. This is great. So you can marry a nerd. You can take courses. You can learn it yourself, which is great. It's a great way to approach it if that's what you want to do. Or you can do like agents did for the internet. They aligned themselves with companies and organizations that had those things. So we're talking about artificial intelligence, is aligning yourself with company and organizations that have AI, that know AI, that do AI. We've been doing AI for a while. This was from 3 years ago. 3. This was probably before you ever heard the term ChatGPT. We released Epique.ai open to the public. Before anyone knew what AI even was, Epic launched Epic AI, which is a revolutionary set of tools for its time. And it helped people do things like write their bio and like do a property description, stuff that we now kind of expect our iPhone to do for us as soon as we start typing these days. But it was pretty revolutionary for 3 years ago. We definitely were ahead of the curve with that. In fact, this is a post from 2022. It's like, do real estate like it's 2022. And it was all about our AI tech at the time. Real Trends named us the #1 tool, AI tool for realtors. And now we still have companies that are still talking about, we're building our chat GPTs. We're building our own in-house GPTs. Now, in 2025, and we were doing this 3 years ago. We took a little bit out of the chat box and we introduced things like AI virtual staging. So we talked about that in the video. We've done thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of rooms now. These are actually all the rooms of my hotel. No, it's not. AI virtual staging, AI headshots. We all look so great. We are the best looking brokerage for sure. I want to thank Jesse. Jesse, where are you? Thank you, dude. AI headshots. Oh, it's the new glamour shots, isn't it, for realtors? It's great. We all look awesome. I loved when we first got it and everybody had these Hawaiian shirts. It looked like we were all on an island, at the same island together. It was great. I had like 2 drinks and 12 fingers. It was awesome. By the way, not all of these are AI headshots, so the guy who made my slide, some of those are real. All right, but AI headshots, so we can all look great. And then we released Broker AI and Coach AI. And so you guys know Broker AI. This is where you can go and you can type a message, and it's your local broker, and you can type in questions like, which forms do I use to sell a condo in Texas? And then it's going to go ahead and it's going to fill it all out for you and tell you exactly what to use and tell you all the laws. And it gives you advice, and it's been trained on all the laws for your state, your city, and your neighborhood. This is revolutionary, by the way, because so many companies still don't have anything like this. And we've had it for a couple of years now, which is amazing. But it's time for a little bit of an upgrade. So we're going to be introducing Epique AI 2.0 this year. We're going to be thinking outside the chat box. Get it? Clever. I know. You're welcome. But Broker AI is going to change a little bit. So do you guys know Laquita Martin, our Texas broker? I want to thank Laquita so much. She's been my guinea pig for our AI trading. And so I want to show you a little bit about what we're already able to do with Broker AI. So we're going to.
Hi, I'm Laquita Martin, the state broker for Epique Realty in Texas. How can I help you today?
You know what? That's cool. But you know what? You know what would be even cooler is if we just talk to Laquita. Don't you think?
Hi, I'm Laquita Martin, the state broker for Epique Realty in Texas. How can I help you today?
Which form do I use to sell a condo in Texas?
Certainly. You'd use the Trek Form Residential Condominium Contract. You can find the form inside of SkySlope. I have also put a link to the form inside the chat box. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, that's awesome, right? Love it. We want you to be able to talk directly to your broker. In fact, we're going to be getting every single broker across the country set up as a broker bot for you to talk to, and they're going to feed it the information they know. So not only are we going to feed it the laws and the forms and all the stuff you come to expect from Broker AI, but we're also going to have your broker feed it information that they know, things that may be specific to your state, to your area, to your region. So they're going to be able to add and edit information live and be able to add new things, whether it's about Epic or about real estate, which I think is going to be amazing. We're not just going to do just the brokers. We're also going to include your area leaders too. So imagine being able to talk to your area leader 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Maybe. Maybe. We'll get there. Hold on. But imagine being able to talk to your broker area leader, and you're talking to them about the information that they know. They're sharing their story, what works for them. And being able to talk to them, I think, is going to be really critical, because I think sometimes we are working outside regular business hours. Are we not? Yep. Anybody on my 2 a.m. contract people like me? Anybody else? Just me? All right. So broker AI is going to be transformed. But in addition to broker AI, we thought it would be really cool if you guys could talk to a few other people. Maybe you want to talk to me about tech, business, whatever. Maybe you want to talk to Chris about benefits, expansion. Maybe you want to talk to Janice, our CFO, about transactions, stock. Maybe you want to talk to Sam Rodriguez about networking, agent attraction. Chris talks to me every day, and I'm awesome. Now you guys can too. But maybe you want to talk to other people, like a power agent, like a Natalie Graham or Lee Garland or Robbie Johnson or Jason Lash. Imagine being able to talk to someone like Jason Lash or Robbie Johnson about creating a team, how to run a team. Maybe you want to talk to Rob Stein or any of our power coaches that we're going to be building AI twins for. And these AI twins are going to have all the knowledge of that person. In fact, we're going even beyond that, and we are bringing people who everyone in this room has heard of that we're paying to create AI twins here, so you can talk to the best in the industry. Just crazy. Anytime. So, yeah. Now, we're not getting rid of this guy, Eric. Eric is coming back, Eric 2.0. Eric is our lovable little chatbot guy. By the way, his name used to be with a Q-U-E, but everybody kept calling him Enrique. And I was like, it's Eric. Epique? It's epic. Eric 2.0. Eric is coming back. Now, Eric's still going to be around, but he's going to do so much more. Right now, Eric is great at answering general questions. How do I sign up for a free car wash? Who do I reach out to in benefits about this? Those kind of general questions, we've had that for years now. But Eric is going to be able to do so much more. So let's run through a little bit of what Eric's going to be able to do. Write an offer for 123 Main Street in Houston, Texas. For my lead, Janice Delsid, use all the information from her profile and make the offer $350,000 with 1% earnest money and a 10-day option period, and put that in my inbox for me to review.
The offer form has been created and sent to your inbox for a review. Would you like to add any addendums or special conditions?
Yeah. You know what? I don't need to add any special addendums or special conditions, but which forms do I use to sell a condo? In Texas.
You'd use the TAR Residential Real Estate Listing Agreement. The downloadable form is in the chat box. Would you like details about seller disclosures, condo resale certificates, or timelines for delivery of documents? Or do you have a specific scenario? Let me know.
No, but I have a different question. When does my listing on Sullivan Street close?
Your listing on Sullivan Street is set to close on the 23rd of July. Would you like some suggestions for a closing gift for your clients?
No, but can you call my area leader for me?
Calling Dawn Loading, Texas Area Realtor.
This is stuff that we're already building. And this is something that will come out this year. We will be able to, yeah. Imagine after, imagine after a showing, being able to get in your car, pull out your Epique app, and it'd say, how was the showing? And you say, it was great. They loved it. They want to put it in an offer. It already knows where your showing was. And you'll be able to tell it They loved it. They want to put a full ask offer, and you give it all the details. And by the time you get home, the contract is mostly written. You can fill in the blanks and submit it. So. More cowbell. Come on, get the cowbell going. Come on, cowbells. I think we need more cowbell. That was my best Christopher Walken. You're not getting better than that. But that is where we're going with AI. AI is going to be able to help you do a few things. Create transactions. You're going to be able to get your reports from Eric. If you want to know how much commission did I make this year? How many units have I sold in the last 12 months? Compared last year to this year. You'll be able to do all of that inside of your Epique Cloud app. It'll be answer general questions or questions about real estate and so much more. This is where AI can take us, where your time is not spent researching and comparing and filling out contracts at 2 in the morning. So you actually get real help in real time, 24 hours a day, anytime you need it. And that's the future that we're hoping to build here at Epique. Yeah. All right. That's it. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right. Well, first of all, how's the morning been for everyone? Awesome. Did you love this latest stuff Josh and the team have come up with? Amazing. Just want to give a quick, we're going to be going to lunch. Once you leave from lunch, we're going to move the schedule back to 1:30 is when we're going to come back. From there, then we have our breakout sessions that begin. They will happen right here. We'll start first with Epique and Espanol. Then our team from Lofty will have the next half hour. Then it will be realty.com the next half hour. And then Power Girls have a speaker coming to bring us home. So those are ones that, we'd love everyone to attend. If you are, even Hilda has told me, even if you can't speak Spanish, there's a mariachi band. So I need to show up to dance anyway. But we're going to be headed out for that. The last thing I'll tell you, there was a book in your bag. If you bring it back with you, the keynote speaker is the one who wrote that book. And he has graciously said, if anyone wants an autographed book, he will gladly sign your book. So go enjoy lunch. We'll see you back here 1:30.